My name is Maciej. I represent Tern. And the title you cannot miss, it's called Metalayer. And it's what the talk is going to be about. So essentially, okay, Metalayer, yeah. The slides don't load very good. But today's talk, this is mainly a little bit of a intro, and then especially for you guys. Listen, really? No, I do have a good one, actually. Yeah. It's not about scanning for viruses, this talk. Yeah, okay, but anyways, yeah, so the main goal for me today would be a little bit to get the assessment from you guys and perhaps see if you would like to engage in whatever smart contracts you have now that exist and work on a single chain. Yeah, would be happy to work with you on making them cross-chain. What we're building with Tern, it is essentially combining all of the components, all of the modules that would make designing, programming, and the full overall execution of smart contracts, exactly how they work on the single layer. We try to amass all of the modules to put them on one single EVM so that they're accessible. Yeah, so we try to break the barriers between, okay, I send the transfer, now it doesn't really matter if I send the transfer to ETH-based optimism. I can exactly do it from one layer, and we provide all of the tools system to verify that something has happened, and then to also add as many modules as possible to make this as transparent and as well governed as possible. So yeah, we're adding more and more bits to the Metalayer now. Yeah, so maybe you guys have heard about the Polymer. Some of you, yes, no? Yeah, so they do have like a very funny system essentially that we have hooked on. Yeah, so they aggregate the state proofs from most of the EVM chains plus Solana. This is very nice. And yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Cat. Okay. So essentially, I think this is the very point of us starting. Yeah? The verification that happens via Polymer. Essentially, what it enables you to do it is that you have an event and the confirmation via Patricia Merkle proof. Yeah, that's an event on any of the supported layers, and there is like 16 EVMs plus Solana, so many, has happened on any chain. We have deployed their system and wrapped it with the universal event and transaction verifier to it that extends also not only EVMs, but then also Bitcoin Solanas. So that essentially anything that has happened on the remote chain, now you can order, read the events, read the data, and potentially spawn some logic on top of it. Yeah, and then again, this is like a little bit of a call to action for today. Whatever module you are missing, yeah, we are putting now all of the gases from across all of the chains. Yeah, so you can then try to have a little bit of a trading logic that tries to maneuver around the gas prices, around the asset prices. There is infinite possibilities over there of the things that we can move and hook on to the universal meta layer. But yeah, just like a general outreach, yeah, like we're gonna be definitely prioritizing those that make sense for us to focus on later. So if you have some cool ideas over there, definitely do reach out. Little bit of the latest kind of evolution to the meta layer, which is the governance system to it. Let me jump a little bit. Yeah. So governance, we are introducing it now, and it might be especially useful in terms of like longevity. Yeah? So not only that you can add the cross-chain modules to it, you can then hook on the kind of the generic governance system that is also designed as part of the smart contracts, comes with like a nice user interface. We're thinking of adding the special kind of a clapping system to it, so to speak, to promote the organic growth of the chain of your product, and take care of all of the pieces when it comes to like the full spectrum deployment of any contract that is being out there. Yeah? So the rule of the governance, this is very basic. Something can be added, and if it passes referendum for the 7 days, then it's gonna get activated and it's gonna be the part of the global kind of governance system of Turn. The same way it can be voted down, so the module kind of goes down. Yeah. Sorry for jumping. It was a very costly experiment. What did I do? Yeah. Uh-huh. No, tu możemy. What? Without the presentation? Yeah, possibly. Yeah. But I do have a nice one. Yeah. Should I put on my laptop? Yeah, guys, thank you for joining. It's about the essentially the system is capable of so you have the governance if you want to build the cross-chain smart contracts. Yeah. Now it's nice if you have a highway. Yeah. So what does it actually mean that happens if you say from one single EVM chain? What does it actually mean that the transfer, any call is going to be disposed and executed on the remote target chain? Yeah? This is in the intent-based system like ours. Then you need to have all of the pricing, all of the good quote components to it. Yeah. Yeah, maybe you can just put on, this presentation seems to be very successful so far. But maybe we just scroll here. Oh, let's synchronize. There we go. So, okay, this is quite a good concept that I'm especially interested in exploring now, like last weeks. Yeah, so we got kind of used to that. Now, when we talk about cross-chain bridges, there is usually the intent-based system. Yeah? So all of the projects like very cool solving networks, and then the solvers talk to one another, and then the solvers talk to one another. Yeah, very cool systems over there. Yeah, but like practically speaking, yeah, if there is some and this is something that we observe on the network being live and deployed, there is some kind of unexpected events that are not necessarily associated with the technicalities. Yeah, sometimes just the pricing goes off. Yeah, there is spikes that are happening on the main networks. It usually coincides with the price goes up, price goes down. All of the dexes go crazy with the gas, and then the intent-based systems, they go off for a little bit, or especially I think for the assets that are not very popular to, like for ETH it's fine. Yeah, ETH doesn't go like crazy in terms of the price, but then sending the intent base for like these assets that are kind of like somewhere like in the middle. Yeah, they can change on the price of the asset. The risk is not only on the user side to lose money, or not on the user side not to deliver the information, but also on the solver side to then make a loss on executing those assets. So we try to experiment with a little bit different model of the highway of passing the events between the chains besides the just intent base. And this is like a subscription kind of model to it. Not like, so basically to have the good sensible number of how much of the gas cost should be costing on every of the chain that is being integrated. Yeah, so you're gonna be paying a little bit more, but then you're gonna have a guarantee that you're not gonna be, for example, executing when there is like a spike. So there is essentially a trade-off between, okay, I'm saving that amount of gas in overall, but unfortunately for 2% of whatever time within the week, this will not be functional because of the gas spike. So this is de facto, something that intent-based systems are working on. Kind of now, sort of like a hidden, now, unfortunately, this is going high wire in terms of the spikes. Here, we try to put it under control and essentially make a subscription-based model. Yeah, so we know exactly how the gas limits are gonna be looking like for. For Terran, this is kind of like easy to estimate, but we try to make it like very, very generic for any user that comes and builds on top of the Metalayer. Yeah? So the gas limit, those can be estimated on every linking chain, and this, if we do have this golden number of the gas price, we can also start scheduling and have a like a clear subscription model. Like, okay, to whatever, put the source events from the chain from ETH, ARP, and Base to Optimism, Hype. You're gonna be paying this much for a month for this specific event, and this bus, this highway. We'll be doing this behind the scene without kind of this atomic approach of having the intent-based system of, okay, I take this event, doesn't make sense for me to execute now, go for it or revert. Yeah, this is how Terran is working in the moment, but we are designing like a better scaling system for the systems that need to really have a good reliability all the time. He's more handsome than me. Okay. Anyway, so if you're willing to experiment, there is a little QR code. It's gonna take you everywhere across our socials and across my socials too. So you can reach out to me in case you do not know me. Please do approach me after the talk to, perhaps if you have any questions, any kind of ideas of what could be cross-chainified, and especially, I would love to get some feedback and opinions. Yeah, this is, I think, like something that is relatively early battle tested, but I do think it really makes sense in terms of like switching this intent-based system into the synchronization sort of system on the subscription-based model. We're cooking it behind the scenes, but like any early feedback is super, super welcome. The Terran is live on mainnet, and all of the components mentioned, and now I'm afraid what happens if I will be scrolling down. Yeah, all of the core components are being deployed there. Yeah? We're still working on the good docs to essentially make sure, where is it now? Yeah, whatever. So all of the components, those are individual smart contracts. Yeah, those are available. We're working on the docs. If you cannot find anything, please do reach out. We're gonna be extending the docs. And so this is big opening. Yeah, all of the modules are there. This thing is being deployed live on mainnet. But this is now at the moment the stage that we are like having the initial official SDK program for builders. So amazing time, I think, to start getting involved early if you are interested, and then also like help us design this SDK so that we know this is actually helpful once it's launched. Yeah. Learn more. That was the QR code. Nice. Oh, thank you.
Despite many difficulties, we managed to get to the end. Do we have questions from the audience?
Question from the back, please.
Question from the back.
Thanks. You mentioned cryptographic proofs, yet you did mention just a solver network. So are you using just a regular solver network on the intent-based architecture, or you're actually using some cryptographic proofs?
Yeah. Yes and yes. Yeah. I'd be happy to answer your question with a slide that was missed and before blanked out, and now it's back. Yeah, so the order comes in, and the solvers are filling it in, yeah? But then the verification that, okay, the user has requested put me 10 ETH to base, yeah? And then the solver fulfills it, but then for the solver to get the reward on the source chain, someone needs to verify that indeed the 10 ETH was posted and not 5. This someone is the smart contract that is being deployed on Turn network and uses this Polymer verification event. So they do have this super nice handy interface that we kind of wrapped in able to be support the more exotic besides EVM architecture like Bitcoins. Yeah, so we essentially check, okay, this event, was it posted? What is the proof? The code, all of the fields from the event was 1010. Yes, okay, this is very good. The reward is being unlocked on the source chain. This is not so good. Perhaps, room for whatever, slashing we do not support. Like for now, it's either, binary. Was it good or was it not good? If good, you get the reward. If not, potentially something happened. But like for now, we kind of see that it's either like all goes through or something is happening with the gases and like there is like a problem. Yeah, that's why there is like a little bit of a introduction from me to kind of like with the synchronization layer to show that like, okay, we hit this problem with the intent-based system. Yeah, sometimes like something high where it goes with gases and it's like, it's not profitable anymore for solvers to do it.
I see. So user received the funds on the other side instantaneously, right? And only then the solvers being
rewarded on the source
at the end.
Yeah. And user already sits with, for the successful path, user already sits with the money on the destination chain.
I see. What about rebalancing of the solvers themselves? Do you guys support that, or is that something on the solvers' behalf to worry about?
Yes and yes. So they either could do manually, or we do release, but it's kind of, we released it in January, I believe, but it was not adopted very well in the sense that like we only have, I think, like a very selected number of solvers running the AI version of the solver with Turn. Yeah, so the normal solver, manual rebalancing, and people don't trust AI so far on our network. The AI thing does rebalancing automatically, but the fully honest answer it is like, because it wasn't our main product, we didn't fully like battle tested it as well as the regular solver.
Well, because I was thinking that if you do cryptographic proofs anyway, cannot you use that as a base for rebalancing at the very end?
Now, so the rebalancing in that sense, it kind of is the feedback loop. Yeah. So, okay, if I do want to rebalance, there is this AI system that's like, okay, I'm putting way too much money on optimism now. It's not like internal rebalancing. It's just like, okay, I need to go back to whatever unichain now. Yeah? So I'm not only a passive solver, I'm also an active solver as an AI solver, and I'm putting the order to the other network. So that the other, so then solver becomes a user kind of, and the same loop.
Cool, thank you.
I have a question about the subscription model. Are you seeing a demand for it, or like why do the subscription model?
Yeah, because it interests me.
Oh, was that the slide we missed as well? Okay, cool.
No, this is the slide I wanted to showcase. No, yes and no. Yeah, we do see a demand in the sense that like I do see it is being a problem in our system. Mainly that there are like it really is this cross-chain game kind of like the way I see it working it for like some time already. It's just like, okay, usually it works. What happens for the anomalies kind of things? And there is the stable networks, that our gases are like, it's very interesting when I look at the charts of the gases. It's like the science in itself, I think. So for Arbitrum, sometimes it's like a hill, and then it's not. Yeah, for Ethereum, it's like once a week. It happens that like the gas is usually like around 1 Gwei, and then once a week it shoots to like 200. Yeah, what happens then? I don't know, but it usually follows with some price action. Yeah, I'm not the good trader, as you can see, so I don't know what to do with this fact. But like this is what I observe on the back, and there is this hyper EVM, and it goes high wire. Yeah, so to me, looking into the gas charts, and then obviously we receive like complaints from both like the users and the solvers themselves. Yeah, like, oh, why did I pay so much for this transaction? And I'm saying like, like maybe you shouldn't have been executing now. Yeah, so this is what I'm trying to arrive on. Yeah, to this like synchronization, like to really have this subscription to this model, so that I can measure on which chain what is it. Like on Arbitrum, it probably makes sense to just like put it like 50% higher than the lowest, and then usually 98% of time you're gonna be good, and you're not gonna be overpaying. Like usually it costs like 0.01. When there is a spike, you pay $2 per transaction. Yeah? So if you wanna go like super cheap and super cost efficient, which we do, it makes sense for us to like not to overprice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. For me, it's just like an adoption hurdle because I hate paying subscriptions. I know we have the Netflix, but in Web3, I've never kind of thought the idea I need to subscribe to something. And I'm not sure how I feel about it.
You don't feel good about this?
No. But you can change my mind at some point.
I do like this idea a lot, to be honest. No, I do like it. I don't know how to sell it to you though. I think the devil is in the data. I think like this is like the idea that I started rolling in since a couple of weeks already. So I would love to if you guys don't boo me at the end, to get invited the next year and present like the full like graphs analysis, like. Because to me, like I would like to understand, like where is this golden kind of level, and how much, in general, like I'm saving money, but I'm not gonna be 100% uptime, which international, it's never 100%. Yeah, it's just like no one measures. So this is, I guess, like one more step to just look into this hole a little bit. Yeah.
I think it's a good idea. I just want reliability. I want to know. I'm just autistic.
So you wanted that like you subscribe to events when you buy a Netflix subscription. Simply, we can work on the partnership. Yeah.
Amazing. Do we have any more questions? We still have some time, but if not, then thank you, Maciej, very much. And
thank you.
And on behalf of my